See the second type of animals, that is aquatic animals. So children, the animals are divided into 5 types based on their habitats. Up to now we have discussed about first type of animals, that is terrestrial animals. Now we will discuss the second type of animals, that is aquatic animals. Aquatic animals. So children, what are aquatic animals? Here aqua means water. So the meaning of the word aqua is water related. So the animals which live in water or near water are called aquatic animals. So the animals which live in water or near water are called aquatic animals. So what are the examples for aquatic animals? So the examples for aquatic animals are fish, crabs. So fish, crabs, and also some snails and whales and whales. So children, and also sharks. So children, these are the examples, some examples for animals, for aquatic animals. So if you consider fish, crabs, snakes, whales and sharks, all these live in water. So those animals which live in water or near water are called aquatic animals. Whereas if we consider fish, so especially if you take fish, it has some fins. So it has fins at each side of its body to swim easily in the water. So for these aquatic animals, they have also some special features and they have some adaptations so as to live in water. So what are those adaptations? So if you take fish, the fish has fins. So have you ever seen the fish? So it has a feather-like structures at each side of its body. Those are called fins. So with the help of the fins, the fishes are able to swim in the water. And also the fish, how the fish able to breathe oxygen? So it is in water. And how it respirates and how it breathes in. So all the animals and all human beings are present outside the water and they are able to breathe oxygen. But these animals are completely live in water. Then how they get oxygen? How they get to breathe? So children, so if you take fishes, they will breathe through some special organs. Those are called gills. So what are those? Gills. So fishes will breathe air or they will breathe oxygen with the special organs, gills. So how the gills look like? The gills are in red color and they are feather-like structures which are present on either side of its head. So if you observe any fish or if you take any fish, so there will be some openings on its each side of the head. If you open that openings, that gills, so you will observe some red colored feather-like structures. Those are called gills. So these gills especially absorbs only oxygen which is dissolved in the water. And these gills allows only oxygen to enter the body and they does not allow the water to enter the body. So this is some special arrangement and this is the adaptation which is present in the fishes, especially for their respiration. So this is about fish, and also the body shape of the fish is also different. So how the body shape? Have you ever seen the shape of the body shape of the fish? So the body shape of the fish is like this. So children, so this is the body shape of the fish. So that means the two edges of the body of the fish is pointed. So it has a pointed shape at the two ends of its body. So this shape is called streamlined shape. So because of this special shape, the fishes are able to swim very easily in the water. And also these are called fins. So because of these fins, they are able to swim very speedily in the water. And there will be present some gills. So these gills are helpful to breathe oxygen present in the water. So this is about fish. Whereas if you take some birds, So for example, duck. So children, if you see the duck, have you ever seen the feet of the duck? So have you ever seen the feet of the duck? So if you observe the feet of the duck, its fingers are joined by a thin layer of the skin. That means all the fingers of its feet are joined with the help of skin. So whereas in human beings or in some other animals, the fingers of its foot are separately and there is no contact between the fingers. So just like they are independent and they can move their fingers as they wish. But whereas in ducks, the fingers of their feet are joined by a thin layer of the skin. So that type of feet is called webbed feet. So ducks have webbed feet. So webbed feet means the fingers of their feet are joined by a thin layer of skin. So that is called webbed feet. So by using this webbed feet, the duck will easily swim in water. And also some frogs also. And if you take some birds like crane, so if you take some birds like cranes, flamingo. So if you take cranes and flamingo and also storks, they have a long thin legs. So these have a long thin legs. So these birds have long thin legs and these birds are called water birds. They always lie in the water and they have a long thin legs, and this long thin legs helps the birds to wade in the water easily. That means these thin long legs helps the birds to move easily in the water. And also they have a long beak. So these water birds have a long beak. By using this long beak, they can easily catch the fishes in the water. So children, this is some special arrangement and some special features adopted to survive in the water habitat. That means to survive in the water, to move in the water, to swim in the water. So these are some special arrangement in these animals. And now go to the third type of animals. So what are the third type of animals? So the third type of animals are children. So next see the third type of animals. So the third type of animals are amphibians. Amphibians. So what are amphibians? So terrestrial means the animals which live only on the land. Aquatic animals means the animals which live only in water. But whereas amphibian means the animals which can live both on land and in water are called amphibians. So these amphibians can live both in water and on land. So these animals which can live both in water and can live on the land are called amphibians. So they can live on the land and also they can live in the water. So that's why they have also some special arrangements in their body. They have some adaptations in their body to survive in the water and to survive on the land. So what are the examples for amphibians? The examples for amphibians are frog and salamander. Frog, salamander and newt. So children, so these are some examples for the amphibians. So these animals, that is a frog, salamander and a newt, these can live both in water and on the land. So whereas if we take frog, for example, if we take frog, it can live in water and it can live on the land also. So then how can it respirate and how can it breathe air? So the frogs have both lungs and it also skin. So the frogs have both lungs and skin. That means they have both lungs and nose. So if the frog is present in water, so it can respirates or it can breathe through its skin. Whereas if the frog is outside the water, that is, it is present on the land, it can breathe through its lungs. So it can breathe through two types of organs. That is, it can breathe through its skin and it can breathe through its lungs. So when it is on the land, it can breathe through its lungs, and when the frog is in water, it can breathe through its skin. And also, the frog has also different types of legs, that is limbs. So it has 4 limbs, and the front limbs are called forelimbs, and the back limbs are called hind limbs. The back limbs are larger than the forelimbs. So that's why they can hop and jump, and they can also move in the water. So this special type of limbs can help these frogs and salamander to move in the water and also to move on the land. So children, so these are the amphibians, and these are some special features which are developed in their body to survive on both land and in water. Next, see the next type of animals, that is the fourth type of animals, that is arboreal, that is arboreal animals. Arboreal animals. What are arboreal animals? So what is the meaning of arboreal? Children, so the animals which can spend most of the time on the trees or plants. So the animals which can spend most of the time on trees and plants are called arboreal animals. So these animals spend their time mostly on the plants and mostly on the trees, and they does not live on the land, and they does not live in water, especially they stay on the plants, on the trees. So those are called arboreal animals, and the examples for the arboreal animals are monkeys, squirrels, so monkeys and squirrels and bats. So children, these are the examples. So these are some examples for arboreal animals. So if you take monkeys and if you observe monkeys, they will always lies on the plants and they always lies on the trees. So that's why they have some special arrangement in their body to live especially on the plants. So for example, if you take monkeys, they have long legs and long arms. So children, so if you observe monkeys, they have long legs and long arms, and it has also tail. So it has also tail. So these adaptations, that means these arrangements helps the monkey to move from one plant to another plant. That means to move from one tree to another tree, and it can swing one plant to another plant with the help of its tail. So children, so this is about arboreal animals. And also squirrels, if you observe squirrels, they always lies on plants and the branches of the plants, and they will eat the fruits and nuts of the plants, and they always stay on the branches and the trees and leaves of the plants. And also bats, so the bats will hang to the branches of the tree in vertically downwards, that means upside down. So they always lies, or they always stuck to the branches of the tree upside down, and they move during the night time. So these are called arboreal animals. So arboreal means the animals which spends most of the time on the trees and the plants. Examples: monkeys, squirrels and bats. Next, see the fifth type of animals. So what are the fifth type of animals? It is aerial animals.